Okay, hey James. Here we go. Okay, I'm sorry for the delay on my making this video. There's a lot of things going on here, but that's no excuse. I really like this watch. It has some really nice details to it. I like the color of the dial. It has this beautiful dark honey color on the dial, which I think is great. It's one of my favorites. The lume is excellent. Nice unfaded hands. This is actually nicely faded. It's not quite a white, and it has a little bit of a tan to it, which is cool. I just think it's nice. Your bezel's good. Overall, it's a good watch. It's clearly original. Let's look at the numbers. Yeah, it's weak. I mean, I can see that it's gaining a ton of time. It has a ton of beat error, and it's running weakly. But even with all this stuff, if you look visually, the first impression is actually good because we're getting relatively straight lines. There's no noise and no chop and no weirdness, and it's not no snow. So that's actually good stuff. So my first impression, what the time grapher tells me, is that it's weak, it's out of adjustment, it's unserviced. Externally looking at it, I can say it's original, it's untouched. It's, as far as I know, never been taken apart. So I'm going to put the phone down here for a second. I'm going to flip it over. Here's your watch again. And again, what I said before is borne out. It's original. It's unrestored. The case is dirty, but it's not abused. There are certain things I don't know that you can see. When these Seikos were made and these case backs were pressed, they sometimes got these little raised radial lines around this angled section. You can kind of see them in the reflection right here. Little raised bumps. And those go away pretty quickly. So when I see those, I know that I've got an original watch that actually hasn't really been abused. It's been worn but not abused. So let's take off your case back. There's your case back off. More things. It's completely original. That's the original seal. It's as hard as plastic. I've actually already looked at this, and so I noticed when I pulled it off that all these screws were loose. I've tightened them just for fun so we'd get more numbers, but there's no wear on the plates right here, so we know this bridge is good. It's definitely running. It's definitely got a ton of beat error, but it's definitely running. It's complete. This is a great candidate for restoration, and it'll be a really handsome watch when we're done. I don't know what I'm going to find when I get in it. It's possible that the center wheel is worn. We're getting some really low numbers in terms of amplitude, but it's also dirty. So we should see. That's it. Nice watch.